everyone. It's me, Orpheon, your infinite dragon sorcerer here. And yeah, I'm actually recording in using in different format than I'm usually doing. So sorry if I'm not using a YouTube intro in this what if. Today it's gonna be a new what if that I wanted to try. It's what if Deku had Spawn's powers? And for those of you who don't know anything about Spawn or have never heard of this character, he's basically a soldier who struck a deal with Babosia, one of the demon lords of hell. And he struck a deal with him saying that if he wants to go back to see his wife, he has to become captain of Hell's armies. And he agrees, and he was reborn as a Hell Spawn. But of course, he tricked him in giving him a fate worse than death. And he has a lot of powers. His suit is Letha of the Seven House of K. Anything he or she wants, Spawn can make instantly happen. He can alter matter or teleport, fly. They taught the animals was use fire, air and water or magic, necromancy powers, read minds, and to open portals to both heaven and hell, and summon chains that basically are fast enough to protect him against bullets from any form of attacks. But the only thing that can hurt him that is if he's beheaded, meaning if his head is cut off. And the only thing that can also hurt him is being beheaded or having his being attacked by holy weapons. And basically necromagic. So he's pretty overpowered. And once he defeated both Satan and God, he basically reshaped the world and the universe in his own image, erasing both Satan and God, and basically becoming the new god of his own universe. But of course, he willingly gave up his godly powers to going back to his Hellspawn form. So he's fought a whole bunch of monsters, angels, gods, demons, other Hellspawns, rage-paging deities, and he's, like I said, he's killed Satan and God. So basically, he has a healing factor too. But he can't use all that too much. So let's get on to the what if. Basically, everything in the anime starts out relatively the same until Bakugo tells Deku that you're even worse than these rejects. It's you can't handle being with the best of the best. Hey, Deku, let me be honest with you. Save us both some trouble and basically, hopefully you'll be better off killing yourself. Maybe you reincarnate into a better life as maybe with an even better quirk. Or with any quirk if you're lucky. Deku watched as Bakugo destroyed his notebook right in front of him, and he was very sad, and he gave in to what Bakugo said. He said instead of going home, he decides to take what Bakugo said to face value. He starts to feel like Kachan is right. I don't have a quirk. I don't have any chance of becoming a hero. I'm probably better off if I just end it all here. He goes up to the school building and then basically he jumps off the school roof and then he plummets to his death, and then he's dead. He's splattered all across the school grounds, and Bakugo saw this, and he was like, serves him right. Damn nerd. He was a corkless loser. The world's better off without a trash like him. And hardly anyone even cared. Then, when his corpse is taken to the ambulance or the morgue, Deku end up waking up in some weird place. And then he heard a voice. You ended your life because you didn't have a quirk. Is that correct? It turned out to be Balbogio, one of the demon lords of hell. And basically, he said it and asked Deku a question. You know what? Let's make a deal. You want a quirk so bad, then I'll give you a quirk. But the price you'll have to pay is not free. Deku begins to mutter to himself and says, me having a quirk? Does that mean I can become a hero? And Balbogio says, yes, you can become a hero, a very strong hero, if you become a subordinate and you work for me. And once you get your dream to come true, you will have to work for me for all of eternity. And we're going to fight. Not only you're going to fight for me, you'll have to lead my armies. Deku begins to fine, I accept your offer. Then Deku ends up waking up somewhere he wasn't familiar with. He ends up seeing in his old house. And then he ends up trying to figure out what happened. How long has it been? And eventually, not only did he go see where his old house is, but he tried to talk to Bakugo's mom. He remembers where Bakugo lives, and he actually goes over to Bakugo's house, and then he knocks on the door. And pretty much, he basically sees Bakugo's mom, yet she looks sort of different. Like, she was basically a little bit older, but somewhat the same. She asked, "Who are you? What do you want?" And then Deku says, "It's me, Izuku Midoriya." And she's like, "No way. You're not Izuku Midoriya. Get away from my house before I call the police." And Deku's like, "No, you don't understand. It really is me, Deku. It's me, Izuku. Come on, don't you remember me? No way, he's dead." And then he tries to look at himself at a reflection at a window. He ends up seeing him, but he looks different. Like, he's scarred up. His face is somewhat recognizable, but his hair is completely different. Instead of green, it's a little bit somewhat of a different palette of green. And pretty much he's like, no, this wasn't what I was promised. No, damn it, no. And Bakugo's mom says, "Okay, get out of here, you creep, before I call the police." And Deku's shocked what he looks like. And then Bakugo's mom closes the door, shutting it right in Izuku's face. And Izuku wonders, no way. But where's my mom? I gotta find out where my mom is. He then tries to figure out where his mom is, and then he ends up seeing two graves in a graveyard. One says Izuku Midoriya, and the other beside it says Inko Midoriya. And Deku, he was shocked. He was like, "No, that's that's impossible. This can't be. There's no way. How could this happen to me?" And mom, she's dead too? How? How is this possible? That demon. It's all his fault. It's all his fault. Deku then tries to figure out if he can enter the UA entrance exam. A few months or a year pass, and Deku, he then, and not only he says he wants to take the UA entrance exam, and the paperwork he filled out was valid. A little bit. He had to go with a new name. And he had to come up with a cover name. And he basically comes up with some sort of name. I'll let you guys. I don't know what name he should call himself now, because everyone he knows thinks he's dead, and his mother's dead. So leave a comment down below on what Deku should call himself now, his new identity, since everyone thinks he's dead. Leave that down in the comments. Deku then basically takes the written exam, and he does relatively well. And then there was the practical fighting portion of the exam. President Mike explained that there are 1-pointer robots, 2-pointer robots, and 3-pointer robots. And basically, Deku, he basically, pretty much, this is somewhat similar to the anime where he sees a girl, but he hasn't talked to her, and he still will meet Uraraka, just not in the same way, a little, but it'll be relatively similar. Alright? Basically, Deku pretty much put on summoned his suit, and it was a black suit with a red cape. Chains began to form all around him. Spikes, as you see in the picture in the recording, that Deku, his suit looks somewhat similar to Spawn's suit, except his cape and basically his entire outfit is a little bit red and black and green, pretty much. And he summons his chains and begins to fly with his cape and starts destroying robots left and right with his chains. And everyone's surprised, who is this guy? What type of quirk is that? Pretty much everyone's trying to figure out if what the heck is this guy. And then he hears a girl screaming, and the 0-pointer robot appeared, and it looks like the girl was about to be crushed. And Deku, he's like, I may not be me anymore, but I'm not gonna let some girl get killed. I still have to want to become a hero, just like All Might. He charges with his and flies right to the 0-point robot's head, and begins to use his chains to wrap around the 0-pointer robot's head, and he then uses fire magic and just literally blasts a hole right through the 0-point robot's head, and he makes sure to use some of his magic to prevent anything from getting damaged, including he then flies over with the chain still attached to Izuku's. Well, I mean, not Izuku, but the Zero Pointer's a robot's head, or what remains of it. And then he moves it somewhere else, and then tries to ask Uraka, "Are you okay?" And Uraka's like, "What? Thank you, whoever you are." And Uraka wants to know his name, but Deku doesn't still have a name yet until you guys give a comment on what new name Izuku Midoriya should be called now, since everyone thinks he's dead, like I said before. Pretty much, then the test is over, and the weeks later, he gets his acceptance into UA. And to make sure people aren't scared of him, he tries to turn into a somewhat humanoid form. He then, on the first day of UA, he enters Class 1A, and basically, everyone stares at him. He's a little bit taller than he is in canon, so yeah. Everyone is somewhat intimidated by him, but he doesn't have his suit on, so he basically then says, Uraka basically walks over to Deku, and she says, "Hey, thanks for saving me last time in the entrance exam." And Deku says, "No problem. I didn't want you to get hurt." And Uraka, she still doesn't know what his name is, so she'll just wait until he tells her. Then Mr. Aizawa in his sleeping bag said to everyone, "Alright everyone, we're gonna do quirk assessment, and put your gym clothes on and head outside to the field. Oh, and if any of you are late, or if one of you comes last, you'll be expelled." Everyone was shocked, and they were like, "Wait, you can't do that on the first day?" Izawa says, "This is my classroom. I can do whatever I want. Now hurry up and change into your gym clothes." Since Deku is a little bit taller than he is in canon, he still puts on his gym clothes a little bit, but he then decides to put on his suit, the Letha at the 7th House of K, and basically everyone was shocked when they saw Deku in a black suit with a cape and skulls on it and chains and spikes too. They're all like, "Whoa, what the heck is that suit? Where did he get it? Is it a support costume?" And Deku says, "No, it's a part of me, so it's not exactly a support item." And Deku, he passes everything with flying colors. He uses his cape to fly with incredible speed to the end of the finish line at the 40-meter dash or 20-meter dash. And he passes the grip test by breaking it higher than, Duple Arms guy. I don't know if I forgot his name. And he also is second to Uraka in the ball throw, because she got infinity and he was second because of his enhanced strength to, he got farther. And Bakugo is surprisingly third. He's like, "Who the hell is this guy? I'm supposed to be better than anyone in this class. What's his quirk?" Then, basically, no one gets expelled. No one gets expelled because Aizawa just said that so everyone would give their all. And everyone was surprised and shocked and relieved at the same time. And a couple of hours later, in their then All Might appears. Says, "I am here. Everyone, we're doing hero versus villain in test today, and everyone's surprised and excited that All Might's here teaching UA in their class, and Deku's like, "It's All Might. It's really All Might." And then everyone with their suit costumes on head to the basically the area, the testing area to do the hero versus villain test. All Might explains the rules that heroes will lose if the villains catch them or protect the bomb, the fake bomb, and the heroes win if they capture the villains or obtain the fake bomb that's in the building to win. And Deku and Uraraka still get paired up, and Bakugo and Ida get partnered up as villains. Then the test starts. Deku and Uraraka, they basically hide in the shadows, and Deku, he uses his cape to try to camouflage him and Uraraka so none of them know where they are. Bakugo begins to charge everywhere trying to find whoever this guy is with his weird suit and his weird quirk, and trying to figure out where he is so he can beat the crap out of him and win this. And he doesn't find them. He's destroying stuff left and right, and he's straight up pissed above all else. Deku and Uraraka then somewhat levitate so that way they don't make a certain sound and alert Bakugo about where they are. And then, oddly enough, Deku and Uraraka, they won. They touched the bomb, and Ida didn't know where they were because they were invisible due to Deku's cape and his suit camouflaging them, and they didn't make a sound. So they won, and Deku and Uraraka are the MVPs of today. Everything happens relatively the same with everyone else doing their own tests and their hero versus villain test. And then Bakugo confronts Deku, but he doesn't know it's Deku because he's dead. Everyone thinks he's dead, and he's saying, "Who the hell are you? What's your quirk?" Deku doesn't say anything to Bakugo because he flat out hates Bakugo. He resents Bakugo because he's the reason he became what he is now. And he flat out just walks away. And Bakugo's like, "Don't ignore me! Tell me what your quirk is or you're dead." And Deku, he's pissed. And he says, "Stay the hell away from me. It's all your fault I became like this. So why don't you just shut up and go away and leave me alone? And don't talk to me again or else I'll beat the crap out of you until you're in the hospital for a year." Got it? Bakugo said, "You want to fight? Well, let's do it." All Might intervenes and says, "Whoa, you two. Calm yourselves. Bakugo, leave this guy alone, kid alone, and go the other way. Same for you." Deku says, "Fine. I'm out of here. I'll see you tomorrow, asshole." And Bakugo's like, "What did you say to me?" All Might stills, good grief. Here we go. And that's where I'm going to stop it here. If you guys like this What If and you want me to make a part 2 to this What If, then please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Share this video, tell your friends, and also, if it's possible, leave a comment down below saying what Deku's new fake identity is, since he's a hellspawn and everyone thinks he's dead, like I said in this video. Well, I'll get started on the next video. Alright, laters, Infinity Overdrive, everybody. Infinite realities, infinite possibilities. See you all next time.